What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to take a look at the different legendary Sandevistan Cyberware. And there's 4 different legendaries you can get in the game. The first is the Qiant Warp Dancer, then you have the Qiant MK4, Dynalar, and the Militech Falcon. And of course, the Sandevistan slows down time, increases weapon damage, and when you couple that with a katana, it's just amazing. And before I jump into each Sandevistan component, I want to point out I'm running this bioconductor, which reduces my cooldowns, and then these nano relays, which add a second to Sandevistan. So I just wanted to point that out because when I start going over each operating systems, my times might not match up with your times. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at our first operating system. That is the Qiant Warp Dancer Sandevistan MK5. This is actually legendary iconic. And what this one does is slows down time to 10% for 11.9 seconds, cooldown 30 seconds, increases damage dealt 15% while active, increases crit by 10% and crit damage by 35%. And you can see the 3 legendary mods that I have. These are all the overclock processors. And the reason why I'm using these is just because I never found the heatsink crafting spec. Believe it or not, I've looked everywhere for that. I found it on other playthroughs, but can't seem to get it on this one. But anyways, in case you're wondering, I'm using the Satori iconic katana, legendary iconic. And anyways, so up next we have the Qiant Sandevistan MK4. This is just a legendary. This one slows down time to 25% for 15.9 seconds with a cooldown of 15 seconds. Increases damage dealt by 15%. And let's see, crit chance is bumped 15% and no crit damage with this one. Running over 3 overclocked processors, all legendary, each one extending the duration by 1.3 seconds. And I will pull up the video of that one so you can see the numbers and how it works. But also, in case you're wondering what the buying requirements and equipping requirements are, I will have that up, I believe, next, because each one of these has, you're going to have a certain amount of reflexes, street cred. But anyways, third is the Dynalar. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. This one's a legendary item. It slows time to 25% for 19.9 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. Damage dealt increase of 15%, crit chance 15%, no crit damage on this one as well. Again, 3 legendary overclock processors. And this one is the 3rd longest out of the bunch that I'm testing. And also, I was mentioning the reflexes and the street cred requirements. Also have your cash prices. And after that, I will actually show you each Ripperdoc location, so you can go and buy those yourself. And this one's just about ending. Lastly, we have the Militech Falcon Sandevistan MK5. This is a legendary iconic. It slows time to 30% for 21.9 seconds with a 60-second cooldown. Big cooldown. 15% damage dealt increase, crit chance increase of 20%, and a crit damage of 20%. And of course, 3 legendary overclock processors. Now, this one you would probably really want to use 3 of your heatsink mods. However, I think I only have like 2 green ones, and like I mentioned earlier, I was never able to find the crafting spec on this playthrough. And this one, I would say, is probably my favorite. This one I do believe has the highest like reflex street cred requirements. But anyways, here's where you're going to find each one, and I'm going to keep them in order. This will be your Warp Dancer. This is in the city center or downtown city center area. And if I pull that up, you can see this one requires 50 street cred, 18 reflexes. This one's and $35,000. So that one's close to the hardest to get, I guess, or requirements. Next one is the Qiant MK4. This is our buddy Fingers, the infamous Ripperdoc. He's close here to Jig Jig Street travel, fast travel point. And this one, it requires 15 reflex, 27 street cred, and is $28,000 or eddies. Third, we have the Dynalar. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's close to Bradbury and Buren. I think this is Victor. Yeah, Victor. Now you're gonna have to pay your little $21,000 debt to old Vic. But then you can get this Dynalar Sandevistan MK4, and it just requires 15 reflexes. And if you look at the top of the screen on this character, I'm only 12 street cred, so he must not have a street cred requirement. If he does, it's very low. Lastly is the Militech Falcon. Is close to this pumping station fast travel. And this is the one that's at the top of your requirement list. So 20 reflex, 49 street cred, $35,000. So if you're planning to max out reflexes, then this may be one to consider. Like I said, it does have that really long cooldown. So, time to hop on the bike, stop talking, and get back to Night City. So anyways, I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this useful, and I really do appreciate all your comments and likes. But anyways, hope to catch you in the next video. Take care until then.